Hello everyone, welcome to the Pokemon HeartGold Wedlocke series right here, new on my channel. You guys probably know what a Wedlocke is, but for the two people who do not yet know what's a... Give me a second, display type, scaling, it is on point, so it should be good. For the two or so people who do not yet know what a Wedlocke is, let me explain. You can see on the overlay there's 3 hearts with... well, 2 halves to each heart. And those halves represent Pokemon slots in the team. And, well, it's just a normal Nuzlocke challenge, really. You catch Pokemon, when something dies, it dies for good and you have to get rid of it. But you play in pairs. In any given battle you can only use 1 pair. Unless that pair, both of them die, you can move on to the second pair. And if both of those die, you move on to the third one. If those die, you black out and you lose the challenge. What's so special about these though is that every pair consists of 1 male and 1 female Pokemon. Meaning that if you catch 1 male Pokemon, the second Pokemon you catch has to be female. And then if you catch another male Pokemon after that, after the first one, you can't catch it. You have to try again and again and again until you get a female one. So that's the basic idea. I mean, you could say if you encounter a female Pokemon, don't encounter a female Pokemon, or a female Pokemon if you caught a female one, it wouldn't be a valid encounter, or it wouldn't be an encounter whatsoever, and you just miss out on that route. I'm not going to be playing like that because it makes things significantly more difficult, too difficult I dare say, so... yeah, this is the first episode. You'll see how things work as we go along. It's not really that difficult. It's a standard Nuzlocke challenge, but just slightly modified. And have I told you guys already how much I fucking love Pokemon HeartGold? I feel like I can't mention that enough. I fucking love Pokemon HeartGold. Also, did I get to name our rival? No, you only get to name that after you battle him the first time, so that'll probably be like episode 50. Only thing that annoys me right about now is the tutorial portion of the game. You can't really skip this. I mean, I'm skipping through the dialogue, not reading it out, because it's a Pokemon game. I'm not going to be reading out dialogue, please. One really good thing about this game, and you'll see that in a little bit when I get to running shoes, is that you can actually toggle the running shoes and you just by default run. And then when you want to walk, you press B, which is a way better way of going about doing things. It's kind of like a Pokemon X and Y, where you have the rollerblades. When you use the circle pad, you automatically use the rollerblades. For the time being, I don't have running shoes yet, so we're just gonna have to walk painfully slowly. And I don't have a speed up button because I'm playing this on an actual DS console. So that's going to be fun for grinding as well, because I used to grind with speed up and Pokemon Platinum, and I also, if I had to grind up something from level 5 to like level 30, I would use experience cheats just to speed things up significantly. Can't do that anymore, so grinding is going to be a bit more difficult, but I can actually bring my DS with me to places and grind that way if I want to. So, I mean, that kind of like balances out, but I do need to spend more time throughout my life grinding for this game. First and foremost, I am going to beat the first 8 gyms and then the Elite 4. The second set of gyms and then Red, I don't know if I'll be doing that. I don't think I'll actually be making it there because... at least not to Reds. The Kanto region might be a bit of an issue. So like I said, I'm going to go with Chikorita first. Of course I'm not. Bob, you're my man. Vlogger has received a Totodile from Professor Elm. Let me nickname him right now. It's not a Totodile, it's Bob. Give a nickname to Totodile. Yes. It's Bob. With a capital B. And it's male. God fucking thank. I was really afraid that it'd be a female. Bob, of course it is. Who wouldn't want to nickname the fucking Totodile Bob? It's Bob. This Let's Play already is like... we got Bob. We're good. We're gonna win. We're gonna win the entirety. I'm going to beat Rat with just Bob. Watch Bob die before we get to the first gym. Do you give me running shoes? You give me potions. which admittedly is useful. Not quite what I had hoped, to be honest. And more talking, because why the fucking hell wouldn't we? I picked Toto. It's not Toto, it's Bob! Don't ever forget it again. It's Bob. Meryl likes Bob. Everybody likes Bob. Who doesn't like Bob? I need to go talk to my mum first, don't I? Wait a second. Oh, for fuck's sake. Should leave your pocket gear at home? Oh, I don't want to talk to people. I just want to beat up kids and take the money. What I want to do in life. I'm really ambitious, can you tell? My ambition goes not much farther than that. I just want to beat up kids and take the money. I don't want to be the Pokemon champion. I don't want to be the very best like no one ever was. I just want to take people's money and beat them up. In any random order. I can take the money and then beat him up. Or beat him up and then take the money. At the end of the day, there's a beat up buddy. Yeah, I do remember how. I remember how, so I want to know how to do it, apparently. Anyway, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what order you do those things in, because at the end of the day, you're going to be stuck with a beat up buddy and more money in your pocket. And whether you beat him up first or you take the money first, doesn't matter too much. Elm, do you give me the running shoes? Please give me the running shoes. Elm, that is fucking useless. I just wanted the running shoes. That is all I ever wanted in life. Question, I don't have balls yet, do I? I don't. So if I encounter anything in here, it does not count. Because I can't catch it. I legitimately am not able to catch it whatsoever. So even if this is a female, which is not, so it doesn't count anyway, because we started with a male Bob. Our Totodile Bob, it's male, so it doesn't count regardless. But if it was a female, it wouldn't have counted because I don't have Pokeballs yet. And I think we'll be able to get some many Pokemon up in the next city, so soon the encounters will start counting, but for the time being, they don't count quite yet. And I really don't know where you get the running shoes, but I hope you get some really, really early on, because this is getting on my nerves already. And not just a little bit either. It's awfully slow, the walking. And that's a female centric, but it still, again, doesn't count, seeing as how I don't have any Pokeballs yet to catch anything in. And am I going to go with a nicknaming theme for this series? I am going to go with fictional characters. I don't know if I've done that one before. I feel like I have. Wasn't that on my Pokemon Black randomizer on Nuzlocke way back in the day? Maybe my Pokemon Black 2 randomizer on Nuzlocke? It's probably been like over a year, especially since Mystery Dungeon kind of happened and that took almost a year to do. So it's probably been way over a year since I used that theme, if I already used it. So it's going to be fictional characters. I mean, Bob. Technically speaking, Bob is a fictional character because he's my Totodile. So, guess that works, but Bob's Bob. You've got to accept that, right? Bob's fucking Bob. There's nothing going to change there. Bob's Bob. That's everything there is to it. We're going to go with fictional characters, which means characters from books, films, TV series, anime, all that kind of stuff. I would do just anime references, but I think that's... I don't want to say that's just too small of a group, because there's 1.5 million fucking characters I can name people after. But I want to be able to, like... Oh, running shoe, thank you. Old man, I like you. I really, really like you. I want to be able to, like, reference everything in the universe. Like, I also want to be able to reference other games, like... Oh, this feels so good. Oh, yeah. That feels so good. Oh, the speed. The speed's... Oh, yeah. Show me that speed, man. Show it to me. I need it. Alright, that being said, naming theme, I just came up with that last second. I didn't plan that up ahead. I made it, forgot about one thing on the token for me ticket. It's a guide, it's a map card. Actually, that is useful. I was going to say, I don't need a map. And actually, I still don't need a map because I know Johto, thank you very much, and I know Hoenn as well. I possibly actually know Hoenn, Hoenn? Did I say Hoenn? I mean Johto better than I do Hoenn. I probably do. Also, this one still doesn't count. Tried to buy balls, couldn't buy balls, so does Pidgey. Sorry, it's not been in here quite yet. Probably next episode I'll start catching Pokemon. And it's the Apricot guy. Why do I have to face so many tutorials in the first episode of this wonderful game? I mean, the game is quite wonderful, to be honest, but it's just... the beginning is so slow. An Apricot box. Spoiler, I'm not going to use any of the Apricot balls because, quite frankly, most of them kinda suck. Only heavy balls are good for legendaries, certain legendaries like Lugia, Groudon. Maybe for Snorlax. Snorlax is not a legendary, don't worry. I'm aware. You don't have to tell me. I'm going to scratch just on the basis that I want to be level 6 when I fight my rival. Because I'm not sure I can kill him otherwise. So I want to be level 6 by the time I fight my rival, and you fight your rival on your way back to Nuzlocke time. So by the time I should be able to get to level 5, and this Metapod is only going to raise its defense, which is going to be annoying admittedly, but it's not going to be dealing any damage to me. Which that's the important part here. Also, that was a really long sentence without taking any breaths whatsoever. I feel like I should get a prize for that. Which kinda like devalues it when I say it out loud myself. What even am I talking about? This happens so much to me. I mean, I think this happens to everybody who does like YouTube and commentating, but when you really get like into the commentating feeling, especially after not commentating for a while because you were sick like I was, or you almost gained an entire level of one battle. Wow. Or you couldn't record for any other reason. The first like 10 or 20 minutes or so are really awkward, but I did record some Sonic today, so it's not the first 20 minutes I'm recording. But then when you get back into it, and especially with like Pokemon, which really has this feeling of you just play the game and it plays in the background, and meanwhile you talk about all kind of different things. I mean, Pokemon really just kind of lends itself to that, especially since it's just a laid-back game. If you just play through the game competitively, yeah, you need to think about things, but if you just play through the game, even in Nuzlocke, it's kind of laid back, and you just relax, sit back, and talk about your day. And at some point, you just start rambling on, and you don't know how the fuck you actually ended up on the topic you're talking about at the moment. Like, I don't even remember how I ended up on the topic I'm talking about at the moment. But it just kind of happens. And I remember when I started out doing YouTube and commentary, that didn't happen to me. I really had to think about everything I said, and I was trying to be funny, and it just didn't work out. If you go back watching my old content, it's still up there. You have to scroll through like 1,000 or so videos to get there, 1,300 I believe, to get to my first English videos, and then there's like, I did it for about a year or so in Dutch, so there's about 200 to 300 videos more in Dutch. Which are even worse quality-wise. But I really had to struggle coming up with like commentary, and these days it just comes so natural. I just sit down, I play a game. I mean, at this point I'm just not even looking at the game anymore. I'm mashing A, hoping that I'm not dying. I'm looking around me to the room, I'm looking at the microphone, I'm looking at my stopwatch, how long I have left, and I'm thinking maybe I should end off the episode after this battle because I am almost at the 15-minute mark, but I'm in the middle of a fucking story, so that's gonna be a bit awkward. And all of that just kind of happens without me thinking about it. And I'm actually going to end of the episode here because next episode we're going to go into that house. If I do that now, we're going to have like a 20-minute episode because there's a lot of dialogue right there. So that's been the first episode of the Pokemon HeartGold Wedlocke series on my channel. I'm really excited to get this started. So don't forget to support this video and the channel by giving a thumbs up to this video. Commentary, you see, it's difficult. Thumbs up for this video. Do not forget to leave a like. Wow, thumbs up on this video is a like. Also, comment in the comment section below about how's your weekend. This is going up on like a Monday or a Tuesday, so that's an acceptable question. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and you can share it on social media if you want to help out grow the channel. Follow me on my social media if you want a replacement for the broken YouTube sub box. If you want news and updates about the channel earlier than everybody else, you know what you have to do. Until the next time, I have been Vlogger. You have been awesome as always. Bye.